Checkmate. Too many squares, too little space. So many pieces, not enough trace to the original place. Mother looks a child as an abomination. But if God's creations are meant to be mistaken for the devil's work, at birth my place on earth was never meant to be placed in some square. If you knew what I've been through, would you write what happened? Make my trials into the cases in the world that mattered. Prove that not everything is served on a silver platter, because the silver spoon you use still proves that you're second best to the rest and need materials to prove fact of the matter. If mass is what takes up space and gravity is what holds you down, then what's the matter if the wooden spoons I grew up with kept me from getting around? You see, I had to get whipped, beaten, and cracked. Sounds familiar, but ain't nothing funny about that. Master look for ways to make sure generations will feel the wrath of their actions after their actions are to the distraction of what was being played. The plan of destroying the looking glass, keeping it half full of self-hatred and a mix of prejudice with a shot of ignorance. And we took it down with one move. By standing still, looking the monstrosity into the eyes that bleed blue and the hands that glow red and the mentality that screams white. Because all the other colors are dead. But what lives anymore? When schools don't even explore every fiber of my being or stimulate my being or stimulate my thinking, unlocking my DNA code to release the structure of my making, knowing if you tested me, I would be a prophet in the making. Like Henrietta Lacks. You used her to cure the world of their sickness, while her family couldn't deal with life without her. Nor did they benefit from the checkmate in the making. To profit in America, you had to patent inventions, ideas that were stolen from a society, in a capitalistic manner where the dollar is valued more than the people, causing those of royal descent, thieves, who stolen our crowns, wore our jewels, and raped our queens. Redefine the picture of a king by lightening his skin versus his being. Sacrifice his life for his family tree, knowing if he leaved, all the leaves would leave, the bark would ravel up, straining the vocal cords, shutting down the minds and shrinking the roots, causing the saplings to genetically inherit the defects that's not hereditary. True love story of chess at its best when the kings are taken out of the picture. Because of multiple strategic reasons that left the queens to bear the weight of the world on her spine, while her 8 hands hold on to each responsibility 2 beings should share. While her heart is filled with tears she couldn't shed like oceans, while the glaciers are her tissues that she could never touch, because global warming has gotten her all caught up in the natural disasters she had no control over. She always continued to show her rainbow smile that brought sunshine on those cloudy days. Her children would never know the sorrows of their mother, because she is the master of disguise, living in other people's homes. Sadly, the weight of the world has shifted, so she's feeling alone. Her kids are lost in a war, fighting against one another. No one knows what they're fighting for. All that matters settling scores, bloodshed, wasted lives, massive decays of children's dreams thrown away like a rag doll. When it all falls down, who's on the ground? People of all shades. It's sad it takes life lost for the souls to illuminate the colors that were color blocked. The board game got us caught up in a crossfire of moves that led us to our own downfall. But as I said, when it all falls down, what we gonna do now when the numbers of the census don't count the bodies incarcerated, sedated to believe they're rehabilitated, to rejoin society, no more than probably they're coming back with a vengeance. That sequels make prequels, that people see through the powers that be because they shine green. Where did the rainbow go under the mask of greed? But we breed kings and queens, so why are they gone from palaces to cages, thrones to electric chairs? In these days, lynching seems to be more inhumane, but these lethal injections seem to be more sane, to get rid of the feelings of being alive. Why walk around if I'm dying inside, decaying and praying that this would never happen to another human being? I'm illuminating yellow because I remain to hold on to hope, like it was like my last breath. And my chest was an empty, hollow space ready to be filled with light, but I've been mummified and my tongue has been tongue-tied. My organs have been removed to support a better cause, but my body has been reserved for historical reasons. And I hope one day they'll research every day that I lived and the reasons why I died. Because in a world full of zombies, what is the purpose of being alive?